that's the issue. We keep women qualify a nigga for pussy because he look good.
That's not true.
Or because he got some money. He shouldn't qualify for pussy off that. He a bum nigga. He shouldn't qualify.
If he has money, then don't got nothing.
But on the other end of that, stick, L, you know what I'm saying? They always say you can't judge a book by its cover. But it's the cover that attracted you to that book.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think women are not attracted to more than outer looks, and I think that's a male preference.
That's bullshit. That is a lie, man. Yo, that is a lie.
I fucking can't wait. Send with her bullshit, man.
Fuck ugly niggas.
Yo, what you say, Maury?
Yeah.
What you say, Maury?
Yes.
That's a
women
lie.
fuck ugly niggas. Let me say something.
I don't. I won't.
Your face.
That's that shit. No, you better not tell nobody.
Ugly niggas have
Exactly. It was good.
But that's what I'm saying. Money.
No
August.
But listen, the other mass outside of looks is money.
Yes.
You gotta stop fucking niggas because they got money.
Because it's not even their money.
Because you're gonna end up in a sticky situation every time. Ain't nobody call yet, so I'm just putting that out there. But you're gonna end up in a sticky situation every time, and I think that's what happens most of the time. Anyway, moving on. So I want to talk about one thing before we wrap up, and I want to talk about, and this actually tags on to the last topic as far as feeling protected. I want to talk about the NFAC, which is the No Fucking Around Coalition.
Hey.
If anybody's unfamiliar, just Google NFAC. And you'll be able to see exactly what it is. It's a militia.
But you know
it's a black
what
militia,
I don't like
all
about
African
it?
American,
I
all
don't
black.
like the fact that militia is
Anti-gay?
Anti-gay is also anti-Jew, but it's anti-gay. And
I'm okay with that.
I think that in a time.
I'm okay with it.
No, I'm saying in a time of Black Lives Matter,
for them to be anti-gay.
There's a bigger picture.
People.
You have to include.
Let me explain why I say that.
Don't exclude them.
No, I'm okay with it.
I don't think that's fair.
I'm perfectly.
This is why people are in the closet. Because let me tell you something. Gay is not something that's new. It's always been there.
The phone number ain't work for him? The phone number didn't work?
Hey.
Nah, I brought him onto the live real quick.
All right, but wait. The reason I'm gonna say the reason I'm gonna say I'm okay with it is because I think America does a really, really good job at demasculating the black male image. It seems like every time we see a black male, he got to be homosexual. Like we don't have. I can't with y'all. It seems like we don't have heterosexual black male images. They're all gay. So I'm perfectly fine with this movement, this one here, and I'm not a homophobe, but I'm perfectly fine with these guys who have to portray masculinity and strength, saying we are anti-LGBTQ. I'm okay with that in that aspect for that image.
But what I'm saying is that you're saying the reason why I don't agree with it is because if you're saying that is a representation of strength, then you're saying they're the representation of weakness, and I don't agree.
What?
Now they are
saying that the black gay guys.
No, they are. No,
wow.
I agree.
I don't.
When you think of a homosexual man, you don't think of a masculine one.
But they be the ones busting heads.
But you don't think of a masculine one.
And there's a bottom.
And
them bottoms.
It's about image sometimes. It's an image. To me, it's about image sometimes.
Okay, but this is my point. You cannot tell a gay man by their image unless they choose to show you that. You know how many men are fucking men right now? Will Smith is fucking niggas.
Let me explain this also.
Let's talk about it. You can't say that. And you're gonna say he's not a man?
Let me explain this also.
Is he not a father?
Half of the men who are in the NFAC are gay on the low. Half the men in America are fucking gay on the low. You understand what I'm saying?
That's my point. There's a lot of undercover, so don't try to exclude them because you don't want to be out in the fucking closet.
So all I'm saying is, if you're gonna be gay but you're masculine, keep it on the low. I'm cool with don't ask, don't tell in this instance, nigga.
You don't have to. You speak that shit.
Don't spew your gay shit when it comes to NFAC. That's all I'm saying. No.
I had an ex that was on the DL, so no. Please
Shooter, what up?
A lot of women I've heard. That
Shooter, let me hear you. Say something.
DL niggas are very, very dangerous.
Oh, you ain't even coming through.
Shooter,
call the phone number. I gotta hang up on you.
Think about what causes a guy to even be on the deal. It's that type of thinking
they're not accepted.
Excluded. You know what I'm saying? They're not excluded. I will take any fucking body who would arm themselves to protect me in that fucking militia. Believe I'm that. Because let me tell you something. The rednecks be gay as shit too, and they slinging the guns as well.
Arm themselves. I tell anybody arm themselves.
Yeah. So I would appreciate them to be in the militia. You got a caller? Go ahead. You want to put the...
Oh, yeah. What up, Kenny?
What's good?
Kenny, what's your question?
That narrative that black men don't protect black women is so tiring, yo. That's one thing that's being portrayed. That's one thing that's being portrayed through media that's not true.
Okay. Talk about it. When you say it's not true... in what aspects?
So you got people like Steph Curry, you know what I mean? Steph Curry is one of the dudes, like, you know what I mean? He's the one who actually was putting out, how would I say, getting black women this way in businesses and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You got, what's his name? I can't remember his name right now. But there's plenty of people that actually put on a narrative or put on an agenda that protects black women physically, mentally, and financially. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we all try to, you know what I mean, do what we got to do, you know, to protect each other. You know what I mean? You might see more black women protecting more black men because at the end of the day, it's more black men getting killed out here than it is black women, to be honest. I'm not saying that to, like, you know what I mean, discredit black women, but it's just statistics.
I feel you. I feel you on that.
So you feel like that black men need our protection because we're not the ones getting killed?
As of right now, yes.
But I think that black women have always been there. I think black women have always been there to protect black men.
Hold on. Let the caller talk. We can't hear the caller.
Say that again.
I'm saying that the narrative that black men don't protect black women is false. The only reason why I feel like black women feel that way is because that the statistics of black men being killed or being harassed than black women is way more exponential than it is to the black women. You know what I mean?
But they're not receiving that harassment because they're protecting us.
All right.
It's not in defense of us.
Wait, we get killed and harassed more than black men, right?
But it's not
when more than black women. So when there's an outrage or there's an outcry or anything like that, you're going to see black women and black men, of course, right?
Okay.
So you're going to see that more. You're going to see black women protecting black men, right? More than you see black men protecting black women. Just from that narrative, we're talking straight statistics.
I see where you're going from with that.
You know what I mean? So like you have the ladies that have been killed. You know, you got Breonna Taylor. You know, you have a whole bunch of ladies right now. But how many men? There's Jamie Foxx was just talking about this. There's a group called 700 Women or 100 Women in the Circle, something like that, where basically as George Floyd was getting killed, they lost their sons too, but that's not being televised. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that we're not protecting y'all.
Shooter.
It's more that we are being murdered and we are being,
Shooter.
Oppressed almost at a higher rate because honestly, I'm not saying because
Hello?
we are feared more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we are feared. As soon as we walk out the door, we are feared. I literally can walk down the street.
Hold on, Shooter.
And be feared. I have to look at a white woman cross the street, hold her bag tight. You know what I mean? If a white woman sees another black woman walking across the street, she's not going to do it. She's not going to have that same kind of reaction.
Okay, I understand.
No, I get where you're coming from.
I get the fear part. I feel like that you're saying that black men are more so victimized, but because of that victimization, does that also kind of support the narrative that you're not equipped enough to protect black women?
Charger, please.
Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, are black men equipped to protect black women?
Yeah.
All right. So I think I understand. I get the point in the narrative where he's coming from, but I'm going to agree with the meme going back to that in the sense that I think that black men can do a better job at defending and protecting black women in the sense that, there are some men who protect black women, But as a collective, as a whole, we do not jump to the defense of black women. In fact, we jumping on the party and saying, yeah, they are angry. Yeah, they are this. Yeah, they are that. We need that. We need to wholesale stop doing that.
They're very much angry.
Like and in 2016 when it was fun to fucking rant on black women.
And I think that, black men as a whole absolutely can do a much better job at defending black women. And to say that we feel like we do, that's crazy because it comes off our lips so naturally to call one a bitch. It feels natural when we listen to it in hip hop to call them bitches. It's just natural. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, you should reverence that black woman more than you reverence a white woman. The fact that we don't and we say I call any woman a bitch. No, I call every woman a bitch except a black woman is what it should be. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we don't reverence them a little bit more, but we reverence ourselves more is crazy to me. Like I've heard black people say,
shit, Ralphie.
I heard black people say the black man is God, but in the same exact breath call a black woman a bitch. If you God, what the fuck is she? For you to call her a bitch, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or they angry. Well, fuck, then God is angry, nigga. Goddess is angry. If you God, that's a goddess, right? So we say it, but we don't actually do it.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? That's my stance.
We still got the caller there?
Shooter, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Shooter, what's your question? You live on the air.
I want to know I want to know why women. I want to know why that people in hip hop call women bitches, but they don't know how to respect women. That's how Tupac used to say. Yeah. If you call a woman a bitch, you know better than call any woman that. That's like disrespecting your mom or anybody, your family members. I wouldn't do that. I know people who would, but that's still not right though. That's all.
No, I agree.
I get that.
It's like why it's so crazy that respecting women is still something that
needs to be discussed.
Topic.
It's America, though.
Do I need to start beating these little niggas' asses when they fucking 1 and 2 years old? Something is wrong. Are we not raising these men the correct way? That now this is still a topic.
Let me ask this question.
Let me know because I go home and whoop my son.
I just want to ask this question. I just want to ask this question for anybody who subscribes to an Abrahamic religion. An Abrahamic, Shooter, thank you for the question, Shooter. I'm going to get rid of you. Got a lot of feedback coming through. Call back if you got another question. Thanks for the question. I think that, fuck, man, I smoked too much. I don't remember what I was going to say. But what were we talking about?
I smoked too much.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about the disrespect of women.
All right. So I think that if you belong to an Abrahamic religion, you have to ask yourself, right? An Abrahamic religion means any religion where your book starts off and talks about Abraham, right? So Islam, Muslim, I'm glad you brought it up earlier, right? So Islam, Christianity, Judaism, if you subscribe to those religions and your book tells us that all you need, right, is a Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, or it tells you that the world started with the Adam and Eve, and it is the woman's fault that this world is doomed. Mm-hmm. It's the woman's fault that the devil is here. Mm-hmm. If your book tells you that women ain't shit, and America's based off of that, then guess what? It is American culture, not black culture, American culture that women ain't shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is Islamic culture that women ain't shit. Fact. Muslims believe women ain't shit. That's why you can have 50 wives. That's why you could beat them if they disobey, because women ain't shit. You understand what I'm saying? So we can't keep saying, I subscribe to this religion, but then say, well, women are, why do we keep disrespecting women? Your religion tell you to disrespect them, nigga. You see what I'm saying? So maybe that's the issues that we just subscribe to American culture that teaches us that.
I don't think Farrakhan gonna like that one.
You spill. Listen, I got an opinion like Farrakhan.
And you know, there's
people. I respect Farrakhan.
There's people like let me get into that. There's people that are going after people who disagree with Farrakhan, and they are actually hunting them down and beating, installing.
Oh, the fruit. The fruit. You gotta understand something about the fruit.
What I need
if you violate Farrakhan, the fruit is liable to find you and fuck you up.
But this type of behavior, it's like. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I get it. You're going to ride for your homie. Somebody disrespect your homie. I could get that type of mentality. But I just feel like the energy is just misdirected because I would like to see that type of mentality on the front lines as far as Black Lives Matter, protesting, going up, defending. Like, where the fuck were y'all? You know what I'm saying? But then you want to stall us on a nobody for talking shit.
For being disrespectful.
But there's people who are disrespecting black men and the black culture, like, in the mass media that you won't touch. It's freaking ridiculous.
To my people out there, please listen closely. I have to say this real quick.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Black Lives Matter.
Oh shit.
Here we go.
Was created to combat police brutality.
Yes.
Black on black crime.
Separate issue.
Is a totally separate issue.
Yeah.
Please
stop trying to distract.
Stop